The gimbal to buy for vertical and horizontal filmmaking is the DJI RS4 Pro. With this gimbal, you are getting all of the excellent features from the much-loved RS3 Pro, plus the ability to switch from horizontal to vertical filmmaking in as little as 10 seconds, which if you're a wedding filmmaker or someone else that needs to film very quickly, and your clients are constantly asking you for vertical video clips that they can post to social media, even though you were originally hired to film a traditional horizontal video. That's why I love this gimbal, and spoiler out of the way for how I feel about it. Today I'm going to be reviewing this gimbal from the perspective of a wedding filmmaker slash professional filmmaker. So if you use your gimbal to make money, keep watching because this video is for you. Also, for the sake of ethics, I want you to know this video is not paid or sponsored by DJI, but they did send me this gimbal so I could make this review. And in addition, if you are a wedding filmmaker or you're considering becoming a wedding filmmaker, I want you to know that I've put together a free workshop that's going to show you how to book your first wedding film in 30 days or less. It's completely free and linked down in the video description for you to watch. Anyways, getting right into it then, the first thing you're going to notice is that the RS4 Pro is very similar to the RS3 Pro. This feels a lot more like an iterative evolution than a big change, and that's fine in my opinion. Gimbals as a whole are a relatively mature product. And just like how GlideCam came out with their stabilizer many years ago and kept essentially the same form factor, we're seeing the same thing happen with electronic gimbals as well. All that said, there are 5 aspects of the RS4 Pro that in my opinion make it an excellent choice if you're a wedding or commercial filmmaker. Some of these are going to apply to the RS3 Pro as well, and I will let you know if they do. But this first one is easily the biggest upgrade that DJI has made to the RS4 Pro, and that is that this gimbal is excellent for vertical filmmaking. With the RS4 Pro, DJI completely redesigned the mounting plate system for this gimbal, meaning that you do not need to take the camera completely off its mounting plate and rework the arms, etc. if you want to film vertical. No, you can easily swap this gimbal from horizontal to vertical filmmaking in approximately 10 seconds. All you have to do is loosen one knob, press the quick release button, pop off the entire base of the arm, reinsert it vertically, and lock it into place. Once you do that, you're filming vertically. And I think this is such a game changer if you're a filmmaker that does not want to have to rig up some sort of complicated horizontal and vertical dual camera combo filming apparatus. If you want to be able to swap very quickly between horizontal and vertical, this is one of the best ways to do it on a gimbal. These days, a lot of wedding couples are interested in having vertical social media clips from their wedding day, and with the RS4 Pro, you can get very high quality vertical video very quickly. Another use case that I've already been using a lot with this gimbal is in the area of filming stock footage. Many stock footage sites are now accepting vertical video, and they really want you to film in a native vertical format and not just reframe your horizontal video. And what's great is that with this gimbal, I can easily film a stock footage clip horizontally, then switch to vertical and film a similar looking clip. And so the RS4 Pro has essentially doubled the amount of video clips that I'm able to get, which is going to also double the amount of income that I can make as a stock filmmaker. Now, to be clear, because I know I'm going to get comments about this, whenever you switch the gimbal from horizontal to vertical, it's not going to retain the same level of balance. If you balance it horizontally, it's not going to be balanced vertically because of course your camera's center of gravity is going to change. This isn't a big deal though, because in my testing, the motors on the RS4 Pro are easily able to handle this shift from horizontal to vertical without rebalancing. I do want you to be aware though that I've only tested this with smaller mirrorless cameras like an A7S III and the new Panasonic S9. I have not had the opportunity to put like a big FX6 or FX9 cinema camera on here and really see if it can handle flipping it vertically, which would be cool to see. I should probably get my hands on one of those to test it out. But just know that for smaller cameras, you should have zero issue quickly switching to vertical. Now, the next feature that makes the RS4 Pro an excellent choice if you're a wedding or commercial filmmaker is a feature that was on the RS3 Pro, but it has been improved. And this feature is the auto-locking arms. Put simply, anytime you put the gimbal to sleep or turn it off, the arms are going to automatically lock themselves, which if you've used an electronic gimbal without this feature, which I've used many of, you will know that it takes a few extra seconds to lock all of the arms. And while that may not seem like a big deal to have auto-locking arms, once you get used to it, it is so much faster and more convenient, and it's really hard to see myself ever going back to a gimbal that does not have auto-lock arms. Now, like I said, the previous RS3 Pro also has auto-locking arms, so don't buy the RS4 Pro just for that feature. You can save money with the RS3 Pro. But I do want you to be aware that DJI says this is their second generation of auto-locking arms, which they claim has a little bit less give. So if I put the gimbal to sleep here and it locks the arms, Notice it's just one button press to do that on the power button. If I'm pushing on the arms here, you're gonna see that they seem very well locked. There's really no give or wiggle. Very firm locking of these auto-locking arms. Closely related to the auto-locking arms, now we need to talk about the battery life of the RS4 Pro, because I'm happy to tell you that you should be able to expect easily a full day of usage from the battery of this gimbal, even if you're filming on a really long wedding day. Here's the deal. DJI says you can expect about 13 hours of battery life with the RS4 Pro, but in my experience, because the auto-locking arms work so well, you're gonna find yourself pretty consistently either putting the gimbal to sleep or completely shutting it off throughout the day whenever you're not using it. With older gimbals that did not have auto-locking arms, I found myself leaving the gimbal on more often because I didn't want to have to take the time like, hold on, don't kiss yet, I gotta unlock my gimbal, and then like go through all the locks on it. No, with the auto-locking and locking arms, I know that's gonna be boop, okay, now it's ready to film. You see how fast that is? So you can turn off the gimbal or put it into sleep mode, which is gonna save your battery life and give you easily enough battery for even the longest wedding day. Up next, the fourth aspect of the RS4 Pro that I think make it a great choice if you're a wedding or commercial filmmaker is a small one, but it's such a great improvement, and that is that the touchscreen on the back of the gimbal will auto-lock after 30 seconds, meaning that if you accidentally brush it or touch it, you're not going to change any of your settings. With my RS3 Mini, which I love, don't get me wrong, I've lost track of times over the last year where I've accidentally brushed the screen or touched it while I was doing something like bumping it, and suddenly I've completely changed my settings. It'll be like deep in the menus, and I'm like, how did I brush it so much to get so deep in there? Dang it. So this auto-locking screen, such a nice little feature to have. Of course, you can also disable this feature and always have the screen be usable if you need to. Last but not least for the RS4 Pro, and this mostly applies to the RS3 Pro as well, with the Ronin series being such a mature platform for DJI, there are just so many additional accessories and tools that you can use in combination with the RS4 Pro to kit it out. To be clear, I'm someone that prefers to film as lightweight as possible, which is one reason that I really do love the RS3 Mini. But if you want more, the RS4 Pro is compatible with a huge array of accessories, like an updated LiDAR focus controller, which I've not used yet, but will give you autofocus on vintage and anamorphic lenses, which is an incredible feature to have. The gimbal can track you. It's also compatible with 2 motors, so you can use one motor for autofocus and another for zooming your lenses. There are just a ton of features and accessories here. So here's my overall take on the RS4 Pro. Gimbals as a whole, especially with DJI, are a relatively mature product segment. We're not gonna see any crazy changes, and pretty much any gimbal that you buy these days is capable of keeping a camera stabilized and giving you smooth footage. So any updates that you see are really more about refinement and comfort. My recommendation is that if you think you'll benefit from having the super quick ability to switch between filming horizontal to vertical, then the RS4 Pro is a no-brainer. But should you upgrade if you already have an RS3 Pro? And I don't think so. The RS4 Pro is an incremental evolution and not a dramatic rethinking of the Ronin gimbal platform. And that's fine. Filmmakers love the RS3 Pro, so why would DJI change it if it's already something that filmmakers love? So you get 3 options. If you want the latest and greatest gimbal and you film a ton of vertical video, get the RS4 Pro. If you don't film as much vertical and you want to save some money, get the RS3 Pro. And if you want to save the most money and still get a really capable gimbal that's also capable of filming vertical, although it's not nearly as fast to transform between horizontal and vertical, get the RS3 Mini. If you want to learn more about the gear that I recommend, including gimbals, etc., I've put together a wedding filmmaker gear guide that's going to show you all of the equipment that I recommend you purchase. You can download this guide completely for free at the link down in the video description. Thanks so much for watching and have a great day.